The year is 2023. It's been 66 million years since the asteroid killed off the dinosaurs. You are watching this channel. Did dinosaurs really vanish overnight, or is there more to the story? You're about to find out the real story of the end of the dinosaurs on Dinosaur Extinction, fact or fiction. Hi, I'm your host. You've just seen one of the most devastating events in Earth history. A giant space rock has crashed into our planet at 40,000 miles per hour. Let's rewind the clock back 66 million years to see how it all unfolded. First up, let's look at some common misconceptions. Myth number 1. All dinosaurs died instantly. Show a forest of dinosaurs being wiped out by a meteor shower. But what does science actually say? While many dinosaurs were wiped out almost immediately by the wave of destruction, others may have lived for weeks or even months after the asteroid impact. Myth number 2. They were too slow to survive. Show an ankylosaurus trying to outrun a fast-moving herd of animals. But what does science actually say? Some scientists think certain dinosaurs may have managed to escape the mass extinction event. They argue that these dinosaurs were simply in the right place at the right time and happened to survive. The year is 2023. It's been 66 million years since the asteroid killed off the dinosaurs. You are watching this channel. So how did the dinosaurs really die out? First, we'll look at the leading scientific theories. Then we'll take a deep dive into the fossil record. Finally, we'll explore why these theories have survived for so long. Let's start with the asteroid theory. 66 million years ago, our world was very different than it is today. Dinosaurs had ruled the Earth for over 150 million years. In fact, it was during the Cretaceous period, which began 145 million years ago. That's when the asteroid hit. Most scientists agree that this catastrophic event led to the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, which wiped out approximately 75% of all species on Earth. This theory is supported by evidence left behind in rocks from around the world. 66 million years ago, a huge chunk of space rock, estimated to be between 6 and 9 miles wide, smashed into the Earth near the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The impact created a massive crater now known as Chicxulub, which is over 100 miles across and 12 miles deep. This crater is roughly the size of the state of Arizona. It took millions of years for the crater to be buried, and then discovered in 1978. Since then, researchers have used computer models to show how the asteroid impact caused drastic changes in global temperatures and weather patterns. It's believed that these changes led to the eventual demise of the dinosaurs. But wait, there's more. Scientists have also studied something called iridium. Iridium is an element that is rare on Earth but abundant in space. In the 1980s, researchers found a thin layer of iridium in rocks from all over the world that date back to 66 million years ago. This suggests that an extraterrestrial object brought the element to Earth. All of this evidence combined provides strong support for the asteroid impact theory. Okay, moving on to theory number 2, volcanic activity. Let's head to the Deccan Traps in India. Here, over a period of 30,000 years, 1.5 million cubic kilometers of ash and lava were released into the atmosphere. This created massive lava fields covering much of the western part of the subcontinent. Researchers believe that these eruptions may have triggered massive climate shifts, which would have led to environmental stress for dinosaurs and other animals. One of the main pieces of evidence supporting this theory is the age of the lava. Scientists have dated the lava flows in the Deccan Traps to be around 66 million years old, which is the same time frame as the asteroid impact. However, recent studies have shown that the link between the volcanoes and the mass extinction might not be as strong as previously thought. For example, some researchers argue that the timing of the eruptions does not align with the extinction event. Others claim that the amount of carbon dioxide released by the volcanoes would not have been enough to cause such a dramatic climate shift. Finally, let's look at theory number 3, climate change. Throughout the Cretaceous period, the Earth's climate was generally warm and humid. However, towards the end of the period, the climate began to change. There was an increase in dryness and seasonality, which may have put stress on dinosaur populations. One piece of evidence supporting this theory is the fossil record itself. Fossils of dinosaurs from the late Cretaceous period often show signs of stress, such as thin growth rings in their bones. These rings indicate that the dinosaurs experienced periods of malnutrition and hardship. Additionally, Plant fossils from the same time period show a decline in diversity, suggesting that the changing climate may have impacted plant life, which in turn affected the dinosaurs that ate them. However, it's important to note that climate change alone likely would not have caused the mass extinction. Dinosaurs had already lived through several climate shifts and had adapted to changes in temperature and precipitation. Instead, it was probably the combination of climate change, volcanic activity, and the asteroid impact that led to the demise of the dinosaurs. So who's right? Well, thanks to ongoing research, we have a better understanding of what happened to the dinosaurs. We know that the asteroid impact was definitely a major factor, but it wasn't the only thing that happened. The asteroid impact triggered a chain reaction of events that led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. It caused massive earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, and widespread wildfires. It also led to rapid climate change, which further disrupted ecosystems and caused the loss of many species. Now let's talk about what actually survived the mass extinction event. Around 66 million years ago, there were around 10,000 species of land vertebrates alive on Earth. Today, however, there are less than 5,000 species of land vertebrates alive today. Birds, which are the direct descendants of theropod dinosaurs, are the only group of dinosaurs that survived the extinction event. Take a moment to appreciate the amazing bird that you're seeing on screen. These creatures come in all shapes and sizes, from the majestic bald eagle to the tiny hummingbird. Birds can be found in almost every habitat on Earth. They play an important role in our ecosystem by pollinating plants and dispersing seeds. Plus, they just make us happy with their beauty and grace. It's important to remember that while the dinosaurs went extinct, their legacy lives on in the birds of today. Scientists have used fossils and DNA analysis to learn that birds are the direct descendants of theropod dinosaurs, which include famous species like Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor. This means that the bird you're seeing on screen could be the last living relative of a dinosaur. In fact, some scientists believe that the asteroid impact actually helped pave the way for birds to become the dominant species of land vertebrates. After the impact, there was a huge decline in the number of large predators, which allowed smaller, more agile creatures like early birds to thrive. Now let's talk about why people still think that the asteroid killed off all the dinosaurs. Well, it all started with Hollywood. Movies like Jurassic Park portrayed dinosaurs as huge, lumbering creatures that were all dead because of the asteroid impact. These movies were based on early ideas about dinosaurs that were popular in the early 20th century. For example, paleontologists like O.C. Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope engaged in a so-called bone war, where they competed to find the largest and most impressive dinosaur fossils. This led to a public perception of dinosaurs as giant, slow-moving animals that were easy targets for the asteroid impact. However, new discoveries and scientific methods have changed our understanding of dinosaurs. For example, we now know that many dinosaurs were actually feathered animals with wings and feathers. This goes against the classic image of dinosaurs as scaly, reptilian creatures. In conclusion, the asteroid impact was definitely a major factor in the extinction of the dinosaurs. However, it wasn't the only thing that happened. The asteroid impact triggered a series of events that led to the loss of many species. But it was also a catalyst for change, paving the way for new species like birds to thrive. Maybe it's time we rewrite what we think we know about the dinosaurs and give them the respect they deserve. So are we ready to rewrite what we think we know about the dinosaurs? The year is 2023. It's been 66 million years since the asteroid killed off the dinosaurs. You have been watching this channel. It's been me. Remember to keep an open mind, question everything, and keep learning. Thanks for watching. See ya.